Right, welcome to our grammar class, our first grammar class, part one. Okay, we are all here, and I'm happy that we are ready to begin our class. Qué bueno, me alegro. Okay, let me just put in orders here some things. Let me do this. Okay, and remember that we always participate. If I ask you to read, if I ask you to answer a question or something, then I would like you to help me, okay? Please participate. Remember that participation is important. You're gonna have good results if you participate. But if you don't want to participate, then the results are not the same, especially that we need to practice, right? So if I ask you to participate, please do so, okay? Don't shut down your microphone. Don't close the session and just leave the class only because you don't want to participate. You need to participate. We need to practice a little bit more, and you need good results, right, in your grammar class. So remember to help me and participate when I ask you to. Okay, let's begin then. I'm going to silence your microphones. Here we are. You're going to share the screen. Here we are. Let me see, let me see. Hi, Jessica. Hi, sweetie. Good afternoon. Welcome to the class. Okay, Miss Corazones, let's see. Tell me if you can see the presentation. Please, let's begin as always by checking that everything is working fine. Okay, everybody says yes. Thank you, Tiana. Thank you, Avila, Monica, Danielita, Jessica. Thank you, ladies. Okay, here we are. Welcome to part one of our grammar class for this week. We are on unit 9, sweeties. We are going to finish unit 9, page 110. Page 110. Okay, unit 9. Hi, Anderson. Good afternoon, mi amor. I'm fine, thank you, Anderson. And you? I hope you're fine. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, Anderson. Okay, grammar unit number 9. Let's begin then. Let's see our first chart. Okay, here what we need is to pay attention, okay? It says using direct and indirect object. Sometimes we believe that direct and indirect objects are complicated and that they are difficult to identify in a sentence, but it's not true. Reality is different. Direct and indirect objects are easy if you understand the meaning and the real position and the question you should ask to find direct and indirect objects. So just pay attention if you still have doubts or questions about these grammatic structures. Let's see letter A. It says, the direct object is a person or thing that receives the action of a verb. Okay, it's a noun suite. It's a person or a thing that receives the action of the verb. Here we have an example. It says, the teacher gave the student a test. What question are we going to use to find direct object? We are going to ask what. Then we find the verb and we ask the question. In this example, the verb is gave and we are going to ask what. So what did the teacher give the students? A test. Okay, the answer to the question what is our direct object. So remember, for direct objects, you can use the question what. What did the teacher give the student? A test, and that is your direct object. Okay, help me here reading letter B. Raise your hand if you want to read. I want volunteers that can read the second rule for direct and indirect object, letter B. Okay, Florcita, thank you, Flor. Excellent. Let me just find you here, Florcita. Let me just find you, Flor. Let me just look for you. That way I can unmute your microphone. Okay, Florcita? Let me see. Where is Flor? I am missing you, Florcita. Let me see. Flor. Fernando. Okay, Flor raised her hand again. I don't know why I can't find you, Flor. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me see. Florcita has disappeared. Okay, I'll find you this other way. Let me see, Flor. Here she is. Okay, Flor. Can you please turn on your microphone and read letter B, please?
The indirect object is the person or thing that receives the direct object.
Okay, read the examples.
The teacher gave the students a test.
Thank you, Florcita. Thank you very much. Okay, here we have letter B. The indirect object is the person or thing that receives the direct object. We already asked the question what to find direct object. Let's see what question are we going to use for indirect object. The teacher gave the students a test. Test was the direct object. The indirect object is a student. So the question is to whom or who? Those are the questions that we can use for indirect object. To whom or who? Then we find the verb that is gave and we say, to whom did the teacher give the test? To whom did the teacher give the test to? To whom? To the students. That's the answer to the question. So the answer is indirect object. Remember, what for direct, to whom or who, indirect. Okay? I'm going to read letter C. Letter C, it says you can use indirect object plus direct object. We can use both of them in the same sentence, and we have the example over here. You can also use direct object plus a preposition and indirect object. So we have more patterns. We have direct object plus preposition plus indirect object. We can have a preposition in the middle. Here it is in the example. A test is the direct object. The student is the indirect object. And in the middle, we have a preposition that is to. The teacher gave a test to the student. So to is the preposition. Okay? Let's see letter D. Who wants to help me with letter D? Someone else that wants to read? Let's see, someone that can help me with letter D. So we can read. Let's see if I have a volunteer that can help me, please. Just reading. We are going to read rule number letter D. Just help me with that one. Let's see, Monica Garcia, can you please help me? Unmute your microphone and we are going to read letter D, please. Help me over here, Monica. We are just going to read, Monica. Thank you. Yes, Monica.
The pronouns for indirect objects are me, you, him, her, it, us, and them.
Continue reading. You can
replace both the direct and the indirect objects with pronouns when you use direct object plus preposition plus indirect object. Do not replace both the direct and the indirect objects with pronouns when you use indirect object plus direct object.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, we read a lot of things and yes, I got so confused. Let's just have a look at the examples. Okay, we use pronouns. We can use me, you, him, her, us. Like in the example, the teacher gave her a test. And who are we talking about? Her. So her is indirect object. Okay, the teacher gave it to her, right? It is the same test. Her is the same student, right? So we can use these prepositions and you can use pronouns as well. And finally, the teacher gave her it We cannot replace direct and indirect object with pronouns. We cannot say her, it at the same time. Okay, it is impossible to replace both direct and indirect for pronouns because it's going to result into this very funny example. The teacher gave her it. No, we cannot do that, okay? Excellent. Now that we had this part done, let's continue here with our exercise. It says, exercise 3.3, direct and indirect objects. We are going to label the sentence IO, so we need to find them first, direct and indirect objects, and if they have a preposition, we are going to label them DO plus prep plus IO. Let's have a look at the first example so it doesn't get too complicated. The first one, they already found the indirect object and the direct object. What did he give? To whom did he give? To Vu. And what did he give? A scholarship. That's why we have DO and IO. And the pattern is IO plus DO. Okay, easy. Let's see number 2. Who can tell me direct and indirect object over here in number 2? Send me the answers. Direct object, you can say IO and the answer, IO, DIO and the answer. And if you have a preposition, you can also send it to me. Let's see, do you have an idea in number 2? Which one is IO and which one is DO? Excellent, Fernando. Fernando says that IO is VU. Let's see if it's true. Let's see if it's true. Okay, not really, Fernando, but excellent participation. Mira, Genesis says Mrs. Ramirez is DO, very good. And a scholarship is DO, says Florcita. A scholarship, Florcita is IO. Mire, vamos a leer la oración. Dice, Vu and Mrs. Ramirez send the completed application to the scholarship organization. What did Mrs. Ramirez send? An application. Remember the question for DO is what? So what did they send? An application. So DO is application. Okay. Sent the complete application to the scholarship organization. To whom did Mrs. Ramirez send the application? To whom? To the scholarship organization. There you have the IO. Remember the questions. What for DO? To whom or who for IO? So the pattern is, here it is. And we have a preposition in the middle that is to, between the DO and the IO. So here is number 2. I'll help you with number 3. Let's have a look. Here it is. Very good, Danielita. Mrs. Ramirez is IO. Excellent. Avila. Muse is DO. Perfect. Very good, Daniela Mejia and Avila. Good job. The question is, a few months later, Vu told Mrs. Ramirez the good news. To whom did Vu told good news? To whom did Vu tell good news? To whom? To Mrs. Ramirez. That's why it's IO. And what did he tell? Good news. That is DO. Remember, DO, what? To whom and who? IO. And the pattern is, here it is. We have our pattern, IO plus DO. Number 5. Let me see number 5. Excellent. Genesis says IO is VU, excellent, Genesis, and we have DO, scholarship. There we are. Excellent, Genesis. Very good job. Here is the pattern because we have a preposition. Very good, Garcia. Scholarship. Excellent. We have a preposition, DO plus prep plus IO. Then we have the last one that I'm going to give it to you. Here it is. It says, Vu chose an organization. What did he choose? Right? And it sent a check to his college. Okay, so the verb that we are going to use is sent. So what did he send? A check. To whom did he send the check? To his college. What is for DO, and to whom and who is for IO. So here we have page 111. Now we are going to rewrite the sentences. These same sentences, we are going to rewrite them Okay, we are just going to put it in order. So here we have number 2, now that we solved the patterns. It has to say, Mrs. Ramirez gave the names of 10 scholarship organizations to VU. We are putting it in order, right? And we are rewriting it. Let's see, number 3. VU and Mrs. Ramirez sent the scholarship organization, the organizations, the completed application. Organizations, comma, the completed applications. Okay. Number 4, a few months later, Vu told the good news to Mrs. Ramirez. We are just putting in order the ideas now that we discovered the DO and the IO, also with the preposition. Number 5, 5 of the 10 organizations offered Vu a scholarship. Very good. And finally, Vu chose one organization and it sent his college a check. And it sent his college a check. Okay, Vu chose an organization and it sent his college a check. Okay, there we go. Page 112. Please, here we are, page 112. Okay, we have the data from the real world. There we have more examples. Like I email pictures to you. There we are using the verb plus the DO plus the preposition and the indirect object. Okay, we have also another example. I got tickets for my friends. There we got, that is the verb, tickets, that is DO. We have the preposition for and the IO. And finally, the last example on page 112, he says, he took the schedule for his friend. Okay, let's complete then the exercise. It says, complete the text with to or for. Using of prepositions are easy, sweet. They are very easy. So you are going to help me. Let's see. I'm going to read and you tell me the right preposition, please. Okay? Here we go. Is it possible to change the way you think? Sometimes. Take Ken, for example. Ken had very strong opinions about a lot of things. We are on page 112. One day, Ken's teacher, Mrs. Green, gave an exam to the class. When Mrs. Green showed the test results, excellent, Flor, very good. Okay, Genesis, Danny Relajeño, very good, Jessica, Hueso, Ariela, excellent. So we have in number 2, the preposition to. To Ken, he was shocked. The results showed that he didn't always base his ideas on correct information. Ken then decided to challenge himself and Mrs. Green helped Ken. First, she found a website, blank Ken. Okay, very good, Flor, Danny Relajeño, Hueso, Ariela, Genesis, that's very good. Sorry, there it says or is not or. She found a website for Ken. I'm sorry, I forgot the F. Okay, but here is for. Okay, number 3, for Ken. Not or, is for. It published articles on ideas that were different from Ken's. Ken discussed the articles with Mrs. Green, and Mrs. Green also made quizzes, blank Ken. Very good, Garcia. Excellent, Genesis. No, well, no. Let's see, Genesis, if that's the correct answer. Let's see, Flor, Jessica, and Ariana. Let's see, 4. Okay, now you have the answer. I know that sometimes it's a little bit confusing between 4 and 2. Okay, but we have to give shape and meaning to the answer. Okay, so number 4 is 4. For Ken, on the articles he read. In addition, Mrs. Green found a critical thinking skill class, blank Ken. Very good, Grecia, Ariela, Danny, Relajeño, Flor, and Jessica. Let's see, 4. Very good, 5, 4. So critical thinking skill class for Ken. He also emailed some reports on the class. Black Mrs. Green, yes, very good, Jessica. Garcia, Diana, Ariella, Flora, Genesis, excellent. 2, very good, Wessel, good job. Very good question, 2. Okay, this is the answer, these are the answers for exercise A. Now we are going to continue with exercise B, but in exercise B, we have an audio. So I want you to pay attention to the audio, please. If you can't hear it, you send me a message, okay? But if you hear everything, just write down yes. So listen to the pair work audio. It says, listen to the text. There is additional information about Ken. Write down 3 new things you hear. So you have to pay attention to the listening and write 3 more things about Ken that you hear from the audio. So let's listen to
Page 112, Unit 9, Exercise 3.2.
Can you hear it?
B. 2 and 4 with direct objects.
Okay, thank you. You can hear it.
Is it
Okay.
possible to change the way you think? Sometimes. Take Ken, for example. Ken was a biology student at a community college. Ken had very strong opinions about a lot of things. He argued with the other students a lot. One day, Ken's teacher, Mrs. Green, gave an exam to the class. The exam tested the students' ability to support their opinions with facts. When Mrs. Green showed the test results to Ken, he was shocked. The results showed that he didn't always base his ideas on correct information. Ken then decided to challenge himself, and Mrs. Green helped Ken. First, she found a website for Ken. It published articles on ideas that were different from Ken's. It was a free website, and the articles were very interesting. Ken discussed the articles with Mrs. Green. Mrs. Green also made quizzes for Ken on the articles he read. Ken did very well on the quizzes. In addition, Mrs. Green found a critical thinking skills class for Ken. He attended the class regularly and kept notes for Mrs. Green. He also emailed some reports on the class to Mrs. Green. Today, Ken has excellent critical thinking skills. Both he and Mrs. Green are very proud.
Okay, if you really pay attention, you must have noticed that it is the same article that we just answered, but with extra information. And that extra information is the one that you have to write down. So let me help you with one. Something extra that we heard about Ken. You can send me your answers and I am going to help you with one. One extra information that I heard about Ken is that Ken was a biology student at the community. Let me see, at the community college. Very good, Flor. Ken did very well in the quizzes. Excellent. Monica Garcia says that he attended the classes regularly. Excellent. Camila, Ken decided to challenge himself. Very good job. Las felicito, mis niñas preciosas. Excellent. Well done. Those are extra information about Ken. So we have one over here. Also, your friends already helped you. I'm going to give you another one. Ken argued with the other students a lot. This is part of the negative side of the personality that Ken has. Okay, there we are. Excellent. And maybe one more. The exam was about people's ideas and opinions, right? So you can add extra information from what you heard, and here is more information that I already gave you. Okay, it was a free website and the articles were very interesting. That's another one. Ken did very well on the quizzes. Excellent, very good, Flor. That's exactly what you said. Okay, let's continue. Page 113. The exercise, object pronoun. Well, let's do it together. Babies, right now it's raining. If suddenly the class stops, I'll try to get in again, right? But I'll send a message if it's not possible, because I don't know if suddenly the electricity is going to stop or if the internet is going to stop. But let's continue right now because everything is fine right now. Okay, it says, where did Ken get the course schedule? Mrs. Green gave the schedule to him, and we are going to write correctly the sentence. Mrs. Green gave him the schedule. We are going to use our pronouns, okay? We are going to use indirect object and pronoun. What did Mrs. Green give Ken? She gave an exam. What she gave him, here it is, an exam. Very good, Floyd. And the right way to write it down is she gave an exam to him. Okay, we are changing and we are rewriting the answer in a different pattern, okay? Number 3, what did Mrs. Green find for Ken? She found a critical skill class for whom? In number 3. Him, very good, Flor. Very good, Genesis. For him. For him, says Jessica and Relagenio. Very good job. And when we order, we put the sentence in a different pattern. It's going to say, she found him a critical thinking skill class. Number 4, what did Mrs. Ramirez do for Boo? She wrote blank a letter for recommendation. She wrote blank a letter for recommendation. Let's see number 4. Very good. Excellent, Monica Garcia. Very good job. Janice Relagenio. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Him. Number 4. And the correct way to write down in a different pattern the sentence is, she wrote a letter of recommendation for him. Now we are using him in the sentence, in the right position. Let's see number 5. Did Boo mail the application for scholarship organizations? Yes, he mailed the application. He mailed to whom? He mailed, very good, Flor. We have him again. Excellent, Garcia. Garcia says them. Okay, let's see, him or them. Excellent, Garcia. Very good. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's see. It's them. Number 5 is them. Yes, he mailed the application to them. Then number 6 is already here. We are using them again. And it must say, no, it didn't mail them the money. Didn't mail them the money. Let's see number 7. We have 7 and 8 already here. Okay, to whom? To us. That is the indirect object. To whom? To us. That's the answer for indirect object, to us. And the right way to write down the sentence, no, our school gave a loan to us. Number 8, you is the indirect object, and the sentence must say, no, but I can give $50 to you. Okay, that's it. Great job. Okay, let's move to the editing task. Here we have the editing task. The editing task. And it says, find the correct 8 mistakes in this story about personal challenge. Okay, the first one is already here. It says Lara was afraid of heights. The fear caused many problems for her. Let's see if we have another one. Her life was very difficult. For example, her was very uncomfortable on airplanes. Very good, Monica. Excellent. She was very uncomfortable. Very good, Dennis. On the airplane. She also did not like to take elevators in tall buildings. She also, very good. Lara's husband gave to her some advice. Lara gave her, very good, Fernando. Flor says she. Let's see, Florcita. Daniela Avila, her, very good. We have to take away 2. And it says Lara's husband gave her some advice. Take 2 away. Yes, very good. Okay, we take 2 away. Thank you, very good, Monica. He told Lara a secret, and we take 2 away. If she deals, okay, let's continue. We have to move faster. Okay, found in a skydiving class for her. He found a schedule online and he gave her it. Is that the correct way? And he gave her it. He found that schedule online and he gave her it. He gave her, okay, it could be. Gave it to her, said Layla. Okay, it sounds right. Let's see the answer. Let's see. What is the answer in this one? Very good. Okay. You were very close, Layla. Very good job, Fernando. So it says, and he gave her the schedules. Let me give you the next one. Okay, also bought the equipment for her. And let's continue. Laura took the class. Her husband gave a present to her. He baked for her a cake and they celebrated together. We have to take away. Excellent. Very good. He baked her, not he baked to her a cake. Okay, page 114. Now it says, the pre-writing task, that we have to underline the subject pronouns and the object pronouns and also the pronouns. Okay, let's see. We are going to underline them. Here, I'm going to read and I'm going to underline them for you. You just follow the reading, okay? Brian and Teresa were happily married, but they never had enough time for each other. We underline they. They were always, we have to also circle the object pronouns and pronouns. So here we have object pronouns and pronouns. So we circle each other. They were always working or taking care of their children. Here we have they and we underline them. This is your subject pronoun and we circle their children. Teresa often worried about their relationship. Here we continue, subject nouns, we are circling them. We underline she for subject pronoun, but she never talked to her husband about it. Her husband is object pronoun. It's an object noun. Her husband, remember the husband is a name, so this is a noun. About it. One day, Teresa heard an interesting program on the radio. She told Brian, we underline she, and Brian, that is the noun, we circle it. The program said that couples often forget, here is another mistake, I'm sorry, often forget to have fun with each other. So they decided to challenge themselves to have more fun together. Let's see, we underline they, yes, because it's a subject, and we circled also themselves to have more fun together. That weekend, they, subject pronoun, went to a local restaurant and they did not talk about their problems. Very good. Let's see, they had a great time. That's another subject pronoun. And we circle a great time. After the night, that night, they made a promise. Okay, we underline they and we circle a promise to each other. We circle each other. They promised to do something special every month. Okay, that's it. That was really great and that was really easy because we only had to underline our subject pronouns and circle our objects, nouns and pronouns. Okay, so just for those who couldn't finish underlining, here it is. Maybe you can help me sending in the chat a yes if you're done. So we can finish the class, but I have to be sure that everybody already finished. Okay, Jessica, you need more time, it's okay. Avila, yes. Relajenio, yes. Monica Garcia, yes. Okay, I'm giving you 1 more minute so you can complete. Very good. Daniela Mejia and Ariela says yes. Excellent. Okay, let's complete just this last exercise on page 114. And that way we finish the first part of our grammar class. Right? First part of your grammar class. Page 114. Excellent, Pablo. Very good job. Okay, I think we're done. Okay, we're done. So it's time to finish our class. And your participation was excellent. Remember that it's very important to participate. Always participate, right? It's going to reflect on your results, right? Every time you participate. And you will see how wonderful it is to continue practicing. Okay, let's stop sharing. Here we are. We were back. Let me just allow you to turn on your microphones if you want to say bye. Remember that if you have any question from the class, any doubt, if you need something from this unit or exercises, you can send me a message, okay? And remember that we also we also record the class, so you can find the class if you're still missing some exercises or if you're still missing some solutions from your exercise, okay? So I love you very much. Take care, my babies. Remember to send your photos, okay? Bye, Fernando Precioso. Bye, Jessica. Bye, Leila. Bye, Relajeño. Thank you. Gracias, mis amores, por despedirse. Dios me los bendiga. Bye, Florcita. Bye, Arielita. El Señor me los bendiga, corazones. Trabajemos mucho, cuídese mucho y mande sus fotos. Bye, Anderson Precioso. Gracias por despedirse, chicos. Bye, mis amores. I love you very much. God bless you. Bye, bye, bye. See you. See you next class, okay? Remember to send your photos. Bye, mis corazones. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, see you. Okay, yes. Okay, terminamos la sesión y vamos saliendo de la sesión. Excellent. Gracias. Thank you very much. Adiós, mis corazones. Nos vamos despidiendo ya. Bye, bye. Nos vemos mañana. Ok, salimos de nuestra sesión. Pasen un bonito día. Bye, sweeties. Bye, bye, bye. Me despido de los que todavía quedan. Diego, Daniela Ávila, Milán. Bye, bye, bye. Nos despedimos, chicos. Salimos de la sesión y nos despedimos y enviamos nuestras fotos, ¿ok? Bye, sweeties. Bye, bye, bye. Todavía me quedan 3. Okay, bye, sweeties. 2. Oh, almost done. Bye, Milan. Bye, bye, bye. See you. Salimos ya de nuestra sesión. Thank you very much. Bye, sweeties.